Funding also to include anti-vandalism initiative and cleaning and beautifying the station, not to exceed $2,500. Do I have a second?
Second.
I second,
Or
oh,
no,
okay.
The images or the,
All right.
Now you can
Call for the vote.
well, selfie.
Mr. Hendry?
Okay, we're ready? Okay.
Yeah.
President Thomas recused. Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry, aye. Treasurer Hop.
Aye.
I'm gonna make edits on here. Can
Ms. Havard.
Yes.
Yeah, I can make it.
Ms. Meyer.
Ms. Myers recused.
Okay, yeah, right.
Images or
Thank you.
something like that.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Recused.
Recused, okay. Mr. Martin.
You got a list of it or
Ms. Skelton.
the groups that you're in?
Okay. Just a second. Mr. Kamara.
Yes.
Mr. Anand.
I'm going to abstain.
Okay. Mr. De La Cuesta.
Yes.
Ms. Padden.
Yes.
Mr. Lynn.
No.
Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
Recused.
Recused, okay. And we have Raines,
Yes.
Robbins,
Yes.
Who was that? I'm sorry.
and Noel.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
I set an alarm for seriously 6 p.m. and I remember sleeping through it.
13 aye.
Wake up.
Motion passes.
I don't know if I accidentally canceled it or what.
What did I miss?
And I was like,
Hey, at least I've done it before, so.
Is Jerry out there getting,
even worse. It could have been 8:30 or something.
Well,
Q, can you get them? Would like to get home. No. Can you get them? They're right outside.
Mr. Robbins, I missed yours. Did you say yes?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. Because I didn't have 13, I only had 12.
The vote's over.
Thank you. I
Come
just
in.
wanted to make sure I had the right count. Thank you.
George is in the back.
Oh,
Okay, that works.
all right, I'll continue. All right, 8S, the VNNC to reimburse Jeanette Hop for $100 she spent at Pico Rico Restaurant when we catered the last general council meeting with Thai food.
Oh, you would too.
Do you like the word achievements better or success? I kind of like,
Do I have a second?
but it kind of looks like here.
Well, you're also using success right here,
Call for the vote?
you know.
So maybe.
Okay, President Thomas,
You can vote on this.
this is different.
We're voting on 8S.
$100 for food or whatever.
Where's success?
Oh, damn.
Yeah, well, didn't we?
Yeah.
talk
Okay,
about
Vice President
Not
Benjamin.
only
Yes.
education.
Secretary Hendry, yes. Treasurer Hop.
Yes.
Ms. Havard.
Education on a
Yes.
broader level.
Yeah.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
This is for
This is
reimbursement
reimbursement.
for the food last.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Yes.
Mr. Martin.
Yes.
Ms. Skelton.
He's out of the room.
Okay. Mr. Kamara. Mr. Anand.
Yes.
Mr. De La Cuesta.
Yes.
Ms. Padden.
Yes.
Mr. Lynn. Mr. Luna.
Yes.
Mr. Marabi.
I believe Mr. Marabi left.
yep.
Okay. Ms. Raines.
Yes.
Mr. Robbins.
Yes.
And Mr. Noel.
Yes.
All right, passes.
Very good.
T.
Okay, we're on 8T. That we're saving that minimum wage fund till the end of the meeting. Thank you, though, Miriam. But we have to get through this. We have you're good. You're good. 8T, the VNNC to reimburse Jeanette Hop for $19.30 for the copy she made for the treasurer's report.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
With that, I call for the vote.
And just a second.
Do a show of hands on something like this?
Yeah.
Like Jay Handel?
Actually, we can.
Can.
We can. Jay Handel said yes.
There you go.
It's a time saver.
Yeah, it is.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
There
Okay,
are
we're
so
ready.
many rules we're breaking.
That's
If we
not a-
break this one to get out of here earlier, I don't have a problem with it.
That is not a,
Raise your
Two
hands.
It doesn't matter.
it's not
It doesn't matter.
illegal
It's
to,
It's just one of many that we're breaking. It's okay.
I only brought it up because we've had this discussion, exact discussion.
We just had a training. You weren't
Do,
here.
I believe, I believe it's unanimous consent is what it's called. If we have
Yes.
unanimous consent, we
Right, he
can,
missed
On
it.
budget items?
on reimbursement.
Yes, on reimbursements.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind being wrong if it gets us out of here faster. It's okay. Whatever, hands, whatever.
Well, whatever it is we're doing will probably be wrong next month, and then
Yeah,
the
it's
month
all- it's
after,
fine. Yeah, it's okay.
they'll come up
Okay.
and say it's okay, and then,
I've never gone to done with an issue of whatever this board is doing. So we could be wrong as a $3 bill. I'm never going to be the one to say something. We just,
is that a saying?
it is now. Can we just move it along?
It's a lunism.
A lunaism. Well, yeah, well, let's mix it up. If we have unanimous consent on 8T, I move that we vote unanimously. I mean, is that,
Fine.
I mean, I'll raise my hand too. Do we have unanimous consent? Okay, there you
yeah.
go.
Thank you.
So, all the ayes have it on that, Mr. Hendry.
Thank you.
And then what we'll send an email to the city attorney asking if it's okay, and then we won't get an answer back for 4 months.
Now you have to do T.
Okay, 8T. We were doing T. We're on T.
No, that was vote on unanimous consent.
Okay, so then, which we can now apply to
rest of the-
items.
Yes.
T and U.
All right, so I make a motion on 8T that we adopt the language as is and vote via unanimous consent.
Seconded.
With that, I call for the unanimous consent vote. It looks unanimous to me. Very good. It passes with all the council members voting aye. 8U, the VNNC to reimburse John Henry for the copies, tallies, and vote sheets he made for the secretary's report and other administrative duties. I make a motion.
Do we have a
that-
dollar figure?
I gave a dollar figure to Ms. Hopp. I gave her 3 bills,
What was it?
Yeah, it was $20 and what?
What was the dollar figure on that?
20 and a fraction.
Now, I apologize. I don't have the amount written down, and I.
Can we say not to
Sorry, I don't.
exceed $30?
$25?
Hang on.
It's more like 21 bucks.
Got it, but I don't remember how much it was.
What was
Not to
it?
exceed 21 bucks.
Not to exceed 21.
Okay, that works, because I know I have it.
All right, so I make a motion, we adopt the language in 8U as is with the not to exceed $21 and use the unanimous consent vote.
Seconded.
With that, I call for the unanimous consent on 8U. It
Oh, I'm
looks-
sorry, here. I
It
was
looks
just-
unanimous to me. Very good. 8U passes with unanimous consent. 8V, the VNNC Executive Committee can officially accept all funding and agenda items in writing prior to and up to the beginning of the executive meeting. Once again, we went over this. We're still waiting to hear back from the city attorney, but in light of the freedom of speech that we have in America, and we want to still hear from the council members until we get our ruling back from the city attorney. If you're a council member that does not sit on the executive committee, just put it in writing. You can text it, you can fax it, you can messenger it in, however you want to do that. So that is just a statement, and we'll find out what's going on with that. 8W, the VNNC to send a letter to State Senator Bob Hertzberg stating its desire to reserve the Sepulveda Station area from the transit village concept pending the Sepulveda Station's role as a 405 light rail Orange Line junction. I have no idea what that means.
So I have a communication from Karen Swift at Metro. Should like to address the item at the next meeting.
Fair enough. Mr. Henry, do you have any objection to that being tabled and us hearing from Metro in October?
No objections. The only comment is we did this, if I could just make a brief comment. Several years
Well, then
ago,
she'll be able to.
we did face the idea of them taking all the remainder of the parking lot where you see the cars parked and turning it into some sort of cheap apartments, which nobody liked. The idea of preserving as much of the land there and preserving options for the future is all I'm asking. I'm not saying we have to have a light rail station. We just don't have to sell the lot today.
Fair enough. Mr. Robbins, will you reach out to the Metro contact and invite her to the October meeting, and then loop me in on the CC on the email so I don't forget to put it on the agenda?
Will do.
Thank you, sir. Donna, let's hear from you on Sepulveda Station, Orange Line, Junction,
Well, it's been
Transit, Village. It's been tabled. All right, very good. So can we hear from you next month, Donna? Would that be okay? Yeah. In light of us our new thing is actually trying to get out of here on time. 8X. It's too bad we didn't get to Y and Z. This is a good one, but we didn't get all the way to Z. We have an X. We've never had an X before.
No.
The VNNC to support the Olympics being in Los Angeles and to help alleviate cost overruns by utilizing facilities in the Van Nuys and Lake Balboa area. Events including but not limited to archery, equestrian events, target and skeet shooting, and rowing. So, yes, Jason Ackerman has a card in on this, and so does Donna Pearman. Let's start, ladies first. Donna, you are recognized. for
Okay,
27
we got some problems over here and working with Van Nuys. Number one, Lake Balboa did not like having anything done in the basin. And we're going to have problems because there's going to be a lot of crowded areas for people who are living in that area. And it will be in a spot where people won't want to go because, number one, it's going to be too crowded. And just as ritual, and the events somehow get expensive. So the people that are really would like to, your normal lower middle class won't be going to this. There will be for events generally used for only the wealthier. So I have a feeling that the normal people, the people who live from paycheck to paycheck probably won't be going to these events. And we really have got to see what Lake Balboa thinks of having anything in their area and taking away using their basin. Okay, thank you.
Jason.
So, I would like to first off point out that basin is all over basin, but in neighboring council jurisdiction, it's between Lake Balboa and Encino. And we briefly discussed this plan at the last Parks meeting. However, we did not find a comprehensive report in time to have a fully agendized discussion on this subject. When I've talked to my neighbors, in Encino, they do seem open to some of these events, but equestrian, for which we do not have a facility in the Sepulveda Basin, seems a little out of place. And I would suggest Pierce College as a venue for that. And also, and you can, for the rowing, they're talking about putting in, they said canoe slalom as the event. I don't know exactly where they're going to plan on doing canoe slalom. I heard plans that they're planning to put in a special rowing track for that event, which would be utterly ridiculous. Yeah, where exactly?
Very good.
So my thinking is maybe that goes to Venice, where they actually have water. That's not, a
Monica may change.
or it's not that it's not, a basin for. Right. All right. Please.
No discussion during.
No discussion during public comment, please. All right. So, as I was saying, the Encino Neighborhood Council has not had a chance to weigh in on this. I would appreciate it if the Van Nuys Neighborhood Council would at least wait for Encino and Lake Balboa to take positions on this. From what I understand, we are not in favor of the rowing track, and we are not in favor of equestrian, for which you don't have facilities, and that's not saving money if you're not using what's already there. So as for the shooting, that's 50-50. What I've gotten response, but I would strongly suggest you guys either table this or amend this with the amendment I suggested. And thank you very much.
Thank you.
May I?
Candy and then Jeanette.
Thank you, Mr. President. I hope this board votes unanimously to support the Summer Olympics. In '84, I owned a limousine service. And when Donna talks about that the poor won't enjoy this, believe me, when they were here in '84, I don't know how it was that Mayor Bradley got the poor involved, and small businesses everybody profited. It was a great thing.
Correct.
And I believe that the one that we have, I think it's 2016? I think it was
24.
24, sir. Thank you, sir. That it'll even be greater, and I hope that the neighborhood councils are part of that to make sure that their communities are part of the Olympics,
Represented.
because it's one of the greatest things you'll ever be part of. I was there for every event, and it was fantastic. So I hope that you'll vote unanimously. Let's be futuristic.
Okay.
Just real quick, before I turn it over to Jeanette, that area, the Sepulveda Basin, has the largest cricket field in America.
Yep.
cricket used to be played in the Olympics and is not anymore. Maybe we take the position that we bring cricket back and we have cricket technically it's Lake Balboa, but everyone calls it Van Nuys. So if this council took the lead
Very good.
in bringing cricket back to the Olympics, that might be a fun way to support the Olympics. Yeah, I'm just saying, and those games can go like 2 or 3 weeks, can't they? Cricket
Yes.
goes forever,
Yeah.
isn't it? It's
Yes.
like,
But it would
Yes.
have
it's
to
like
go to
British
the
bait.
IOC.
Well,
for-
the Brit would know, right? Doesn't cricket take a while?
Yeah.
It's good for a few naps.
Okay,
Yes. So Van Nuys Neighborhood Council to bring cricket back to the Olympics. I think that's a headline if they're ever Rosemary, don't you think? Yes, ma'am.
In 1984, I don't know if anybody remembers.
I do.
I wasn't born yet.
I remember.
I wasn't born yet.
Quiet.
Welcome.
That was my first wife. I'm in my second life now. Anyway, the traffic was arranged so that trucks would drive,
Exactly.
This hour to that hour, and then of course you had your school traffic, and so it was what's the word I'm trying to think of?
Organized?
Coordinated.
It was coordinated and organized so that it didn't
Staggered.
cause a problem. Exactly. It was not backed up.
Staggered, and it really had, it worked out well. It really reduced traffic and pollution as well, the way it worked out.
And with Van Nuys having a cricket farm, right? I mean,
Yeah.
are you guys following this?
Wow.
Okay.
All right, well,
Different kind of cricket. Okay.
There's
we usually
One-
don't get
let-
this punchy until 11.
Let me tell you really quick, so I don't hold us over
Really
too long.
quick,
The
not
budget
right.
advocates oh my God. The budget advocates discussed this at length. Some of them were for, some of them were against, until we started talking about it. The way to save the overruns is just as George put it, by having venues that we already have, and we have a lot of them because of 84. And by the way, we have around Lake Balboa, maybe they don't like it, but you're forgetting, where did he go? There you are, Jason. They have the running track, and next to that, there's dirt path, and their horses go there. I've seen them in the past. So they do use it for that, and they could use it for that. So that would take up that if they wanted to. If they don't, Chatsworth has equestrian trails because that's horse property area, so we could still utilize the valley and still get the recognition. What we want is to bring some revenue here. What we want is to save the city money, because then that money can maybe repair our streets and other things, okay? So think ahead, think smart, and realize that we will save a lot of money. There won't be cost overruns. The mayor did have to guarantee that the money would be covered, but he also is working with partnerships, and a number of large entities have already agreed to upfront some money. So we're really not probably going to be in debt. We're going to make money if we're smart.
Mr. President,
Very good. Yes, Mr. Luna.
what's before the board? Like, what are we voting on?
We're talking about horses around a lake.
Well, I mean,
We're
are we going to
voting on
get
whether we
to
agree
voting on a
or not.
CIS, or what are we doing here?
That's a great question. That's a fantastic question. Let's get back to 8X, the VNNC to support the Olympics being in Los Angeles and to help alleviate cost overruns by utilizing facilities in Van Nuys and Lake Balboa, events including but not limited to archery, equestrian, target, and skeet shooting and rowing. Okay, so you want to just strike the events language out and just generically and generally put the VNNC to support the Olympics being in LA and to help alleviate cost overruns by utilizing facilities.
Exactly, perfect.
So moved.
The
In
end.
the San Fernando Valley, at least put that.
All over the city.
Well, no, in the San Fernando Valley, in addition to LA.
Oh, come on.
All right, so I make a motion, we adopt the language, striking out the events second sentence. Do I have a second on the motion?
Second.
With that, I call for the vote, Mr. Secretary.
Just a second. Catching up. Okay. President Thomas.
Yes.
Vice President Benjamin.
Yes.
Secretary Hendry, yes. Treasurer Hop.
This is one I want to abstain on, but I'm going to go ahead and say aye because I really do want it to be here.
Yes, well, say yes.
That was a yes?
It,
That was a yes?
happily.
It's a yes.
It's an unhappy yes.
Ms. Havard.
Yes.
Ms. Meyer.
Yes.
Mr. Lazarovitz.
Yes.
Did you want to go back to the unanimous consent? Okay, Mr. Lazarovitz, Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mrs. Skelton,
She's gone.
not here, okay. Mr. Kamara?
Yes.
Mr. Anand?
Gone.
Gone. Mr. De La Cuesta?
Stepped out.
Ms. Padden?
He'd abstain anyway.
Mr. Lynn? Mr. Luna?
Yes.
Mr. Marabi?
Yes.
Where is he?
Mr. Robbins?
Oh, that was me.
That was Mr. Robbins.
Yeah, you said yes to
Mr. Marabi is
Marabi.
not here.
Okay. That's
Oops.
Mr. Robbins,
Yes.
Ms. Raines,
Yes.
and Mr. Knoll.
Yes.
Passes?
Very good. We're for the Olympics. Good job, guys. Public comment, and we're out of here.
And point of clarification.
Yes, sir.
I want to make sure that Ms. Hopp has everything she needs for the
No,
Village
I
Family
don't.
Services.
That's right. We did not vote
Can we
on,
iron out the paperwork on Village Family Services, please?
yes, that one and, oh yeah, that was the only one. I need that one. So
And
are
then
we
Bill
going?
Hopkins also.
The record
please.
shows 13 nays on the special meeting.
We revoted at the special meeting, if you recall.
Oh, okay, we had 13 yeses?
Correct. It's in the minutes.
Yes.
Then I gotta check them out, because I need to know who the 13 yeses were. All right, thank you.
Do you want to redo your vote, and I can walk out?
No, that's okay. It's already been
All
voted
right.
on.
Let's just get the paperwork done, please.
Okay, but then, and we're voting on the not to exceed 2,500?
They were $9.99.
They were only 999, we're gonna leave it at 999?
It's $9.99, isn't it, Mr.
It was
Robbins?
correct.
Yeah. Very good. With that, public comment. Peter Fogler. Okay, very good.
Thank you, Ms. Hopp.
You're welcome.
I just like to add to the fact that you recommended that all the neighborhood councils around the valley to be on board to bring back the
Video conference.
video conferencing. My question is, how can we reach out to the other neighborhood councils, the mechanical part? Can somebody from your board visit or talk to
I think the best venue would be the Valley Alliance of Neighborhood Councils meeting. If you could circle back with Mr. Henry after the meeting, and he can bring it up tomorrow.
And,
Yes?
okay, and there is one other thing. You guys deferred voting on my monthly report.
No, we
because-
voted on that.
No. Mr. Luna said we couldn't vote at that time. We could do it later. What he said was we could
Luna.
approve.
What are you doing down there?
Apparently nothing. What I said is we can't take motions on it. We can vote on your report, but it's a report.
Right, but then there's a funding issue involved. I have to, remember I quoted how much we spent for August? And the two-page report that I have to send them asks how many people voted yes, how many people voted no, how many people voted to abstain, and whatever. So in order to fill that out, I need an actual vote for
Is this something where you could look at the video on your own time?
This is on her.
It's on the monthly report for the expenditure that we spent for last
Public
month that
comments
we
died,
go over
apparently.
this
I
month
don't know.
for. So
Public comments doesn't matter.
It matters to all of us.
It matters to me too, but apparently we're in this debate right now.
Okay, back to Mr. Fogler.
Yeah. So can you make another recommendation how to reach out to the other neighborhood council, the mechanical part of it?
Mr. Henry, will you please represent our council tomorrow at the VNNC meeting and bring up the fact that we strongly support bringing the video conferencing back, and we would like to resurrect our idea of each one of the 34 councils in the valley splitting the cost, which would roughly be about $700 a council.
Yes?
All right, you got our secretary bringing it up tomorrow to the powers that be down the street at the Sherman Oaks Hospital. So we'll see what happens, Mr. Fogler.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, that's exactly what's going on. Yes.
This nice lady's been helping out. Who are you? She cleaned up and everything.
My name's Anne Marie Arnridge, and I'm happy to do it, and I'd be happy to collect any of your plates.
See, look at that.
All right, Anne Marie's on plate duty. Very good. Donna Pearman, come on down.
Tell everyone we're in a great big crisis, so we need to go to, I know this is a little off the city, neighborhood, but it's affecting everybody. We have to be able to call. Congressman telling them we're not for the Iran deal, that is very dangerous. So each and every one of you who doesn't want to have an Iran deal, if you don't trust the Iran, then please call them. And, okay, and I have a petition here, just want to tell anybody who wants to sign, it was Los Angeles County, to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour by the year 2021. And, I'm still upset about the buses that go up down Van Nuys Boulevard. At nighttime, they're not very good. Biggest trouble I have, I'm taking 15, 20 minutes to be able to, if I'm on Van Nuys Boulevard, to get to this council meeting, because the buses don't, I'm hoping that, anyway, I'm strongly against the buses running lousy on Van Nuys, and that's why people don't want to come out here or do business out here. It will take buses because they don't want to be stranded for 20, 30 minutes like I don't. So I'm going to be letting my city council member know that. And we want to bring vitality back to Van Nuys. Well, it has to be vitality for the people who use the buses also. And thank you, George, for about video conferencing, taking to Hendry. That was a very good first great step. And thank you very much, and thank you very much, Hendry. Okay, and I'm so happy that you won, and Hop won, and Herman and Hendry, and so very happy. So thank you.
All right, next up, Rosemary Jenkins, and then Candido.
Oh, I'm done, Mr. President, I'm done.
Actually, I have 2 points. One, to follow up. The city council did pass the raise for the minimum wage. It's going to be phased in. The small businesses, 23 and under employees, will have an extra year at both ends, and by 2022, everything will be caught up with cost of living indexes. And the county is doing the same thing. It's aligning itself. The only thing really that's up, and it's going to be considered soon, is the earned paid sick leave, which is what I'm bringing up now. And that is, I just wrote an article that was published tonight on earned paid sick leave. And I have been around to a lot of different places, whether it's LA City, county, other small cities, other counties, and you go to a restaurant, you go to a department store, you go to little boutique shops, and I would ask, do you have earned paid sick leave? And they said, and they would, I'm still here. And
You're in on a conference call.
Maybe you'd like to put them on speaker.
Yeah.
Rosemary, you're.
yes, and to the person, and I mentioned in the article, did not know that a state law was passed, and it went into effect July 1st of this year, that every worker, there are very few exceptions, and we're working on that, particularly the IHSS, the in-home workers, have right now been excluded, but everybody else is entitled to 3 days a year. And what happens is you are entitled to start accruing hours after the first 30 days of work, and then for every 30 hours worked, you get 1 hour, and by approximately 90 days, you can start with your Sarah Palin talked about pixie dust today, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's what
We're all experiencing it.
Forgot to take her paperwork with her. Okay.
See, we can all laugh together.
exactly.
No.
Okay, so I hope that all of you will read my article. I'm Rosemary Jenkins. It's on LA Progressive. I would like you to download it, send copies on your email list, Facebook, etc., and to share it and I just feel a moral obligation wherever I go, literally.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Has this become a circus?
I know.
What do you mean become? It's been a circus for years.
Anyway, I just think personally it's a moral responsibility to spread the word and not take it for granted. And wherever these people work, there's supposed to be a sign printed by the state enlightening the workers to what they're entitled. And so I've had them speak to their managers. They're so grateful because I was at a movie theater and one worker was standing next to another, and this person had been very ill and didn't get paid for the time off, So it's really an important issue, and let's spread the word, and I thank you for this interesting time. Okay.
Hallelujah. Anybody else for public comment?
I'd like to
All right.
wish everybody Happy New Year.
Shana Tova.
Next week.
All right.
That's.
It is my honor and privilege.
We're not going to do this.
What?
What
What are we doing?
We're voting on whether we accept the treasurer's report.
I thought we already,
Voting on the spending amount that I spent.
we already did that. No, we were revoting. We're redoing the whole meeting.
No, we didn't. We didn't actually vote.
Quiet, quiet, quiet,
So
quiet.
we have a final vote on the treasurer's report.
Just on the spending for the month. Okay, thank you.
What's the number?
I just.
432.50 or something?
461.63.
461.63. We're voting to approve the treasurer's report.
Seconded.
With that, I call for the vote, Mr. Secretary.
Oh,
Yeah, can we all do it
461.63.
unanimous? Everybody-
Can we do a unanimous consent vote on this? Do we unanimously accept the treasurer's report? Council members?
Yes.
Mr. Camara, your hand's not up.
So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 yays.
Thank you.
Hallelujah. And with that, it is my great honor and privilege to adjourn the meeting.